Hello my dear friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be discussing the most important result in trigonometry and one of the most wonderful trick, that is finding out the trigonometric function at given any angle. While saying this, I am trying to trick you. Not all angles are possible, but many angles are possible to find out by using this trick. Right? So before starting with the trick, the first thing required is to understand the concept where we ended our last class. That is nothing but the sign of trigonometric functions in the quadrants. In the first quadrant, all the trigonometric functions are positive. In the second, only sine and cosec are positive, rest are negative. In the third, tan and cot are positive, rest are negative. In the fourth, cos and sec are positive, rest are negative. So how we remember this? We remember as all silver. Silver means sine and cosec. T means tan and cot, and all silver teacups. Right? That means cos and sec. So this is the trick that make you remember in which quadrant which trigonometric functions are positive. By keeping this in our hand, we'll try to answer this question. What would be the sign of the following function? We here I am asking just the sign, whether it would be positive or negative, not the value of it. To understand how to find out the value, we will see the next trick. But over here, we will be just concentrating on how to find out the sign. The first ask is nothing but sine 300 degree. The first question is, this 300 degree comes in which quadrant? So I'll just try to make the quadrant first of all. So this is nothing but y-axis, this is my x-axis. Now what I'll try to draw where this terminal arm of this angle 300 lies. So what I know, if I just go like this is 270. About 270, I have to go 30 more to reach till 300. That means, can I see the terminal arm lies in the fourth quadrant? And in the fourth quadrant, I know only cos, that is cup cos, right? And the sec, these two are positive, rest are negative. So the conclusion would be the sine 300 degree, whatever is the answer, is going to be a negative answer. Right? The similar concept we try to apply for the next, that is nothing but cos 400 degree. Now to think about 400 degree, I need to think about where this will lie, right? Cos 400 degree. The first is since it is positive, whenever the angle is positive, we consider it in the anti-clockwise direction, right? So this angle is 360 degree, right? This angle, the one rotation is 360 degree. About 360 degree, I'll go more 40 degree to reach to my answer, and that lies in the first quadrant. And in the first quadrant, all the angles are giving the positive. All the trigonometric function give positive answer. So the cos 400 degree, whatever it might have been, must be positive number. Right? Now comes the last one, that is nothing but cot minus 201 degree. Now, as I said, if the number is positive, that means if the angle is positive, we can make a note of this, right? Note that angle given is positive. Then what is your direction in which you start finding the angle? It is nothing but the anti-clockwise. So naturally, if the angle is negative, then you will think about the clockwise. Very good. Correct. Now we go further. As we know, since the angle is negative, so I'll start thinking of an angle. More precisely, I will say the word standard angle in the clockwise direction. Standard means what? I'll start from the positive x-axis. Right? So what I know is this. If I go like this is nothing but I think it is minus 180 degree. Above minus 180 degree, how much I need to go? I need to go minus 26 degree more, right? If I go this much, I actually cover this angle. So I am at present in the which quadrant? First and second quadrant, right? The numbering remains the same. The quadrant numbers are already same. In the second quadrant, only trigonometric function which gives a positive angle is silver, that is nothing but sine, and if sine is positive, then cosec is positive. That means 10 must give the negative answer. Over here, we are just thinking about the sign of the trigonometric function and not the value. Now, the natural question arises, what would be the value? After knowing the sign, the next question is, what will be the value? So, we go to the main important part, that how to find out the value. So, trigonometric function of any angle. Now I become more precise. Any angle means what? When I say any angle, that means that angle must be some special angles, but definitely many angles now we can find out. The first step would be to find out in which quadrant the angle will lie, and based on it you should first write the sign. That means actually in the previous examples we did the same. We find out the sign of that trigonometric function at that angle, right? So whenever you want to find out the value, the first thing is to find out the sign based on the quadrant of the angle wherever it lies, right? The next step would be to divide the angle by 90 degree and write it in the form of quotient times 90 degree plus r. For an example, as I know, as we were considering sine of 300 degree, right? The first thing that we observe, whatever would be the answer, it is going to be negative because the angle lies in the fourth quadrant where sine is negative. So the answer is going to be negative. The next step is to divide my angle with 90 degree. So I just do the same as given in the second step. That means I am supposed to divide my this 300 by 90. So I think it is 3s, right? So it is nothing but 270. The remainder is nothing but 30. So what I observe is this 300 could be written as in the form of q into 90 plus r. So I just write it as 3 times 90 degree plus the remainder, that is nothing but 30 degree. Right? So what I did, I divided the angle by 90 and write it in the form of q times 90 degree plus r. My r is nothing but 30 degree where the quotient is 3. The next is the most important thing, which is based on the value of q. If your q is an even number, then use the same function given. That means over here I am getting the odd number, so I am going to think about something else. But suppose if it is an even number in some case, then you are supposed to use the same trigonometric function given, right? But over here, what I have an odd number. So whenever you get the odd number, you are supposed to cut or add the whichever is possible from your trigonometric function. So definitely, since I have an odd number over here, that means this q, the quotient is an odd number, I need to change this trigonometric function. If it is even, I need to write the same trigonometric function. Since it is an odd number, I need to change it. I need to change it to what? I need to change it to either I should add the or I should cut the right? What do I mean by adding or cutting the If you observe, the trigonometric functions are sine, which is written like this. Cos function is actually nothing but cosine. The tan is called as a tangent function. I'm just writing the full form. Cot is called as a cotangent function. Sec is called secant function actually. And cosec is nothing but cosecant. So these are nothing but the full names of the function. When I said add the that means sine will become cosine. That means cos. When I said cut the then if the given function is cos, then it will become sine. The similar goes over here. The tan will become cot by adding the and cot will become tan by removing the The sec will become cosec by adding the and cosec will become sec by removing the So our problem was sine 300 degree, and that came out to be something in minus. We write this 300 like 3 times 90 degree plus 30 degree. Since over here I have seen the odd number, So this sine must be added the that means it becomes cosine, that is nothing but cos. Cos at what? Cos at the remainder, that is nothing but 30 degree. So it is minus, what is cos 30 degree? That is nothing but root 3 by 2. So we were able to find out the value of sine 300 degree, and that is nothing but minus root 3 by 2. Okay, so what are the steps? Please recollect the step. First step is to find out the quadrant. Based on that, just decide the sign first. Divide your angle by 90 degree. Write it in the form of q times 90 plus r. If q is even, use the same trigonometric function. If q is odd, then either add or cut the co, whichever is possible. That means if the cosine is given, if the cos is given, I could not add one more co into it, but I can remove co from it and it becomes sine. If 10 is given, I cannot remove co from it. I will add co and it will become cot. And after making these changes, you are supposed to find out that trigonometric function at the remainder angle r. Right? So what we try to do is we try to have an examples based on which you can find out the steps more easy now, right? Without practice, nothing will happen. So we are supposed to practice this. Let's just practice with me. I will suggest you just pause the video for a while and see what answer you get. And if it is okay, then continue to watching the video and just verify your answer. Right? So this is one easy. This one is easy. Which quadrant it is? 2, 1, 0. That means it is second quadrant. Second quadrant, sign is what? Sign is positive. So answer is positive. This angle can be written as 1 times 90 degree plus the remainder is nothing but the 30 degree, right? You can divide if you can got this. So the quotient is an odd number. The sign will become cos. At what? At the remainder. So it is nothing but this. So answer is positive cos 30 degree. It is nothing but root 3 by 2. Is it okay? Let's see the next one. The next is nothing but 10 to 25. Let's just see the question over here with some other pen. So my 10 to 25 degree is actually same as. First thing is to think about the quadrant, right? 225, can I say it would be in the third quadrant where it is T, right? All silver tea cups. So T means what? 10 is positive. So whatever is my answer, it is a positive answer. The next step is to divide the angle. Next step is to divide this angle by 90 degrees. So it is nothing but what? It is 90 to 180. The remainder is nothing but 45 degrees. Right? Now what I observe is, I observe the value of Q. The Q is a even number, 2 is a even number. So I'll write the same trigonometric function again. The same trigonometric function at remainder, that is nothing but 45 degree. So the answer is plus 1045 degree. 1045 degree is 1. So the answer is plus 1. Right? So over here you observe that the answer were coming very easily. Right? If you know the step, it was coming very easily. But it will get difficult if I ask you what is the value of sine minus 120 degree. Or the same one, that is nothing but 10 minus 225 degree. Because when the numbers, with the angles are negative, it is difficult to find the quotient and remainder. So for such a cases, we learn one more concept of called as a even function or odd function. But over here, I will just directly give you a result that my cos and sec are special function. This two behave specially. In what sense? If you want to find out cos of some negative angle, the answer is same as cos of the same angle in positive. Similarly, sec of some negative angle is same as sec of the same angle as positive. But rest of the trigonometric functions does not behave like this. They behave very normally. That means if I need to find out sine of minus x, it is going to be minus sine x. Whenever I need to find out sine, cos I could not talk, but because it is already discussed, so the next is nothing but 10. 10 of minus x would be same as minus 10x. Similarly, cot of minus x is same as minus cot x. And sec I could not discuss, so I discuss about cosec. Cosec of minus x is again same as minus cosec of x. Right? So we made our life easy by giving this rule. More precisely, whenever a function behave like this, means having the same value in positive or negative, this kind of a functions are called even functions. Whenever a function is not even, it is called odd functions. I request students who are curious, they can search more about what is called as an even, what is called as an odd, why it is called even, why it is called odd. But for now, what I am giving is cos and sec are even function. That means their value at the negative angle is same as their value at the positive angle. But sine, tan, cot and cosec are odd functions. So if I need to find out the value of this sine at minus 120 degree, the answer is same as this minus come outside and it becomes sine 120 degree. Now I hope that everybody knows how to find out sine 120 degree, right? I think we just now found this, right? In this slide, we found that sine 120 degree was plus root 3 by 2, right? So I can use that result over here, right? So my result is, this is same as this minus sign as it is. And the value of this is nothing but plus root 3 by 2. So the answer is nothing but minus root 3 by 2. Similarly over here, this is same as minus 10 to 25 degree. Right? So it is nothing but minus. We just now found the answer for this was plus 1. So the final answer came out to be plus 1 minus 1. That is nothing but minus 1. Now suppose if I ask you what is the value of cos minus 330 degree. The first step would be to come up with a positive angle. Since cos is special, it gives the same answer in negative as its positive. So since it is an even function, it gives the same answer. So I will find out this value. The next step is to identify the sign. What is a sign? The quadrant is nothing but given by the angle 330 degree. So the sign is, yes, anybody, since this is not a live class, but it would be the fourth quadrant. Are you getting the same? In the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So hence the answer is positive. Now, this 330 could be written as what? This 330 could be written as 3 times 90 degree, that is 270 plus 60 degree. Right? So, since over here I have an odd number, q is odd. So, this cos becomes, since cos already has co inside it, I remove that co, it becomes sine. Sine where? Sine at the remainder, that is nothing but 60. Right? So, what is your answer? Sine 60 degree, it is nothing but root 3 by 2. So, cos of minus 330 degree is nothing but root 3 by 2. Right? Similarly, I give you an exercise to find out what is the value of sec minus, let me be more precise, it is 390 degree. You let me know the answer in the chat box. If you understood the concept, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Okay? Bye bye.